The only sure way to avoid making mistakes is to have no new ideas. I have tried 99 times and have failed, but on the 100th time came success. I'm more interested in the future than in the past, because the future is where I intend to live. We must not only learn to tolerate our differences, we must welcome them as the richness and diversity which can lead to true intelligence. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, require creative imagination and marks real advance in science. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Unthinking respect for authority is the greatest enemy of truth. A great thought begins by seeing something differently, with a shift of the mind's eye. What I value in life is quality rather than quantity. Curiosity is its own reason. A new idea comes suddenly and in a rather intuitive way, but intuition is nothing but the outcome of earlier intellectual experience. For an idea that does not first seem insane, there is no hope. The true value of a human being can be found in the degree to which he has attained liberation from the self. Be a loner. That gives you time to wonder. Everyone sits in the prison of his own ideas. He must burst it open, and that in his youth, and so try to test his ideas on reality. Indeed, it is not intellect, but intuition which advances humanity. Intuition tells man his purpose in this life. Reason is intuition's servant. What you can't imagine, you can't discover. It is a miracle that curiosity survives formal education. Even if you have to go through hell, go without hesitation. When you examine the lives of the most influential people who have ever walked among us, you discover one thread that winds through them all. They have been aligned first with their spiritual nature, and only then with their physical selves. It occurred to me by intuition, and music was the driving force behind that intuition. My discovery was the result of musical perception. Imagination without knowledge may create beautiful things. Knowledge without imagination can create only perfect ones. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The thinking that got us to where we are is not the thinking that will get us to where we want to be. Compassionate people are geniuses in the art of living, more necessary to the dignity, security, and joy of humanity than the discoverers of knowledge. The horizon of many people is a circle with a radius of 0. They call this their point of view. Remember today, for it is the beginning of always. Today marks the start of a brave new future filled with all your dreams can hold. Think truly to the future and make those dreams come true. My mind is my laboratory. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Necessity is the mother of all invention. Never underestimate your own ignorance. Most people see what is and never see what can be. The pursuit of knowledge is more valuable than its possession. We act as though comfort and luxury were the chief requirements of life. All that we need to make us happy is something to be enthusiastic about. Work is the only thing that gives substance to life. A perfection of means and confusion of aims seems to be our main problem. There is only one road to human greatness, through the school of hard knocks. When a man is sufficiently motivated, discipline will take care of itself. I know quite certainly that I myself have no special talent. Curiosity, obsession, and dogged endurance, combined with self-criticism, have brought me to my ideas. Always do what's right. This will gratify some and astonish the rest. Life is like a bicycle. Keep moving on to maintain balance. Art is standing with one hand extended into the universe and one hand extended into the world, and letting ourselves be a conduit for passing energy. I now see the necessity of a beginning. All meaningful and lasting change starts first in your imagination, and then works its way out. Imagination is more important than knowledge. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. I admit that thoughts influence the body. Man owes his strength in the struggle for existence to the fact that he is a social animal. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Try not to become a man of success. Rather, become a man of value. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Never memorize something that you can look up. Creativity is intelligence having fun. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? I must be willing to give up what I am in order to become what I will be. Everything must be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Once you can accept the universe as matter expanding into nothing that is something, wearing stripes with plaid comes easy. You never fail until you stop trying. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Black holes are where God divided by zero. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. Time is an illusion. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. When you trip over love, it is easy to get up, but when you fall in love, it is impossible to stand again. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. Peace cannot be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. Any fool can know, the point is to understand.